Today's class is a strong yoga flow that's going to give you more mobility, more flexibility, and build strength throughout this mindful movement. This is your time to move with intention, to listen to your body, and to remember it's a practice, it's not a perfect. Roll out your mat, take a breath, and let's get started. Hello, my beautiful friend. Join me in a seated position, maybe a crisscross applesauce, maybe a butterfly, maybe a little rolled blanket underneath the sit bones. And just take a moment. You can rest your hands down at your thighs, wiggling side to side, giving yourself a moment to just land here, to notice any wiggly sensations, any nerves from starting something new. I'm so proud of you for showing up for this fresh start challenge. And you can rock side to side, or you can find a little stillness as you humbly tuck your chin towards your chest. Inhale, roll the shoulders up towards the ears. Exhale, shoulders down. Exhale, head pours forward, shoulders come up and back. So just allowing yourself to stretch out the shoulders, to melt the heart forward. Maybe you want to rock a little side to side in the neck. Inhale, shoulders up, beautiful. Chin tips down, and then chin comes to the shoulder on the left side. Exhale, chin comes to center. Inhale, chin to the right. So just taking these slow and steady, and I want you to just notice any tension or tightness that you've collected in your shoulders, in your neck. And how can you just move with that? I want you to actively engage through your pelvic walls, squeeze down low between the genitalia, really engage through the belly button back towards the spine. Good. We'll come back to center, chin reaches up. Exhale, the hands can point down towards the side. Big stretch, 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 stretch. Reach up to the top of the head, all the way down to the sit bones. Lovely. Inhale, both hands can reach up overhead in a Namaste Mudra. You can float to the heart, and whatever direction that your feet were crossed, cross them in the opposite way. Inhale, hands reach up. Exhale, tip the body to the left, and you can start carving that shoulder and elbow up towards the sky on the right hand side. Welcome the breath in. Good. Exhale it away. One more. Big breath comes in. Beautiful. Come back to center, tipping the body towards that right side. Elbow on the left reaches up, shoulder, big nice side stretch here. Exhale it out. One more big breath comes in. Good. Come back to center. Exhale the hands down towards the mat, meeting in a tabletop position. If you have harder floors like me, you might want to find a blanket, which can work wonderful. We will find ourselves in this tabletop position where you stack shoulders above the wrist, toes point up, stack the hips above the knees. Exhale, dive the navel down towards the earth, chin reaches up for cow and cats. So you'll find what feels good for you in your spine, just noticing any tension or tightness that you might be holding in your body. And I want you to just grab onto a breath that feels good for you, with a deep inhalation and a melted jaw for the exhalation. Good. Start carving a figure of 8 within the hips and the shoulders, making this more of a dynamic movement that allows a little bit more of a free expression, that allows a warmth of the wrists, a warmth of the shoulders. Let the breath guide you. Come to center, reverse opposite direction. Beautiful. Let the breath guide you again. Being nice to your body, wherever you are, knowing that every chance that you wake up, every day is an opportunity for a fresh start. And I'm so proud of you for being here. Wonderful. We'll exhale the hands forward, flatten through the palms, sink the sit bones back, let the forehead melt down to the earth for puppy pose. So if this is too much, you can also put a block underneath of the forehead here. You can keep the forehead lifted. If you want to take this deeper, start pressing into the sit bones, and you can bring the forearms down towards the mat. So find this variation that allows a nice stretch through the shoulders. Exhale. Inhale that breath in. Good. Exhale, ripple forward all the way down towards the belly. Forearms lengthen long here for a Sphinx pose. You can wiggle the hips side to side, lengthening the toes down, giving yourself a gentle back bend that says, I'm open to love today. Breath comes in. Send it away. One more breath, my friends. Send it away. Beautiful. Bringing the hands below the shoulders, post up onto the toes, pressing the body up into a plank position here. Inhale the breath. You can always come down to the knees if this is too much. Find what works best for you. You can open the legs up, being aware that the butt's not making that downward dog or the upward dog, really hollowing through the front body. Find strength. Good. Now send the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Just take a moment here to pedal out the heels, creating this warmth within the ankles. You can pick up one ankle and roll it out, pick up the opposite. Let the breath be your guide. Good. Send the breath away. Welcome the breath in. Good. We'll exhale the foot on the right down, left heel reaches up for your version of a three-legged dog. Maybe it's just pointing back. Maybe you can hover. Maybe you can bring it up high to the sky. Push, 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 hollow through the front body. Breath comes in and slowly and mindfully bring the knee towards the chin. And then we'll send it back long and strong for three-legged dog. Two more of these where you inhale, journey forward like that plank. Exhale, send those toes up and back. One more big breath comes in. Good, send it all the way back, back, back and strong. And then you can step that foot forward. Sometimes it's easier said than done and you need a little helping hand to grab that foot forward. We will set up for a kneeling lunge. So inhale the body up. That blanket or a pillow could be really nice underneath the knee. Hands can come towards the hip creases, squeeze through the pelvic wall. Hands can stay at the sides. They can come right here up in a cactus, or they can reach high to the sky. Option is to send the weight into the knee, past those toes, gentle back bend. You can make a namaste mudra with the hands. Breath comes in. Good, send it away. Let that breath allow you to find that stretch and that strength. One more. Beautiful. Exhale, floating the hand on the right down. Opposite hand reaches up for the sky. Your choice is you can stay on the knee or you can inhale, come up for a reverse extended side angle. Let that breath guide you here. Good. Send it away. Two more breaths. Get rooted. Beautiful. We'll exhale and we'll step this hind foot back for a side plank variation. So you can always come down to the knee, extend the leg on the left long, hand will reach up to the sky, or you can try that full plank. Sometimes if you can't stack feet over feet, you can stagger the feet, really drive the hips up towards the sky, reach, reach, reach. Breath comes in. Good, send it away. One more breath. Bring the hand forward, body weight pull comes forward. Press, press, press up for that plank. Breath comes in. Good, sends it away. Breath welcomes in. Beautiful. You can exhale the body forward for that chaturanga where you can float down to the belly. This time we'll take a cobra. The cobra presses down, Hands below the shoulders. You can hover the toes up for something a little extra. If you want something even a little extra, the hands can come off of the earth. Let the breath guide you and send it away. Welcome that strength and that heat. Good. As you send it away, press the palms, toes down, hips, send up and back for downward facing dog. You can pedal out the heels. Just take a moment to reset, to recenter before we take that sequence on the opposite side. Wonderful. This time, the right toes will come up and back for three-legged dog. So sometimes maybe you're just pointing the toes down. Maybe you can hover. Maybe you can bring those toes up to the sky. Welcome the inhalation. Send away the exhale. Good. One more here. We'll exhale, travel the knee towards the chin, coming more for that plank. Send those toes back up to that three-legged dog. We've got 3 of these. Inhale, knee to nose, or as close as you can get it. I never can bring the knee to the nose. Last one, send it up, 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 and then step that foot through. Sometimes that's easier said than done. Come down to the knee, step it forward here. Have that little bit of support on the knee. Hands come towards those hip creases. You can have hands at hips, a nice cactus, or hands can reach up into a Namaste Mudra. This is your choice. If you want to take this a little bit deeper, start sending the weight in the knee past the toes, squeeze through your pelvic wall, activate your belly button. You could create that gentle back bend. Let that breath guide you and send it away. You're doing amazing things today. Starting fresh starts with showing up for each pose. Beautiful. One more. Exhale the hand on the left down, and you'll come in for that reverse extended side angle. You can stay down on the knee or inhale up, squeeze through the inner thighs. Let that breath guide you. Exhale the breath away. Really press, press, press. If it's too much to reach up to the sky, you can airplane back or come towards the hip with the hand on the right. Let that breath guide you. Beautiful. Send it away. Wonderful. Next, step back that foot for that side plank. You can come down on the knee on the left while the right foot extends for a modification, or you can stagger the feet like the one on the bottom on the side and then press through the foot. Really root the hand underneath of the shoulder on the left. Right hand reaches up to the sky. Big welcoming breath comes in. Send it away. One more breath. Beautiful. Exhale the body back into that plank pose. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga, slowly and mindfully come down. You can take your back bend of choice. Maybe it's an upward facing dog. Maybe it's something different. Beautiful. Hips come up and back. Pedal out those heels. Take a moment to reset, to recenter, to feel that heat. This time, three-legged dog on the right side. The heel reaches up and you'll bend at that knee. And doing your best to point that knee up towards the sky. Breath comes in. Good, sends it away. One more welcoming breath. Slowly and mindfully traveling that foot forward, stepping that foot through for this runner's lunge. Hold here as you hollow through, squeeze through the thighs. Slowly bring the hands up towards your hips. You always have the option to come down if you can and you're willing. Let's get strong here. Breath comes in. Good, sends it away. Now we'll shallow out that hind foot, stepping down. Hind foot will face the edge of the mat for a pyramid pose. So your front foot faces the short edge of your mat. Hind foot faces the corner. Both legs are extended long. Hands come to the hip creases. Exhale, you can pour the body weight forward. You can keep the hands on the hips. You can reach for the thigh. You can take it a little bit deeper. You can come for the calf. If you have blocks, they can be a beautiful companion right here. Getting this lovely stretch in the front calf and the hind calf, rooting the feet, squeezing through the pelvic wall. Beautiful breath comes in. Wonderful, send it away. Mindfully bringing your awareness to the foot on the left, and we'll start traveling up. So you'll start hovering. If you have your blocks, you can reach down for the blocks. You can reach down for the mat for a version of a warrior 3, or the hands can come up towards the heart. You can airplane back, or the most advanced variation is hands reach forward for warrior 3. Find something to focus on. Let that breath guide you. Feel strong in who you are. Press the toes. Press the fingertips. Exhale, hands float down to the mat. And we'll sweep that hind leg up and back. We'll come in for a chaturanga with one leg. You can always bring it down if you would like. If you want to try this a little bit harder, come forward, exhale down, and then your version of a little back bend. Exhale, press the hips up and back. Pedaling out the heels here. Inhale. Exhale, feel that heat. Feel that fire. This time, three-legged dog on the right side. Toes will reach up. Now you'll bend at the knee. Heel will come towards the opposite bottom. Your goal is to press the knee up high to the sky. Let that breath guide you. Good. Send it away. One more. Beautiful. And we'll inhale, travel the foot on the right forward, stepping it forward, right? Sometimes easier said than done. So if you need to come down to the knee and then step forward, our goal is to come in for this more runner's lunge. So you want to come up off of the knee. If you need the knee, that's okay. If you need the blocks, you can also reach for the blocks. You can reach for the mat, squeeze through the pelvic wall, hollow through the front body. Breath comes in. Good, sends it away. One more big breath. Beautiful. Hands come towards the hip creases. Squeeze through the pelvic wall here. Press up, straightening that front leg on the right and flattening through the foot on the left, and the toes will meet at a 45-degree angle, coming in for that pyramid pose. You want to really engage the kneecaps up towards the thighs, hips, heart, face that short edge of the mat, hinge forward. By now you want to be feeling that lovely calf stretch, and it can fire all the way up through the back of the hamstring, that front hamstring especially. You can bring the body forward, hands can reach towards the thigh. Being mindful you're not hyperextending the knee. My knee loves to hyperextend here, so micro bend, you can reach towards the calf, or you can come in with those set of blocks here, pyramid pose. Breath comes in, really finding your strength by holding your body, squeeze through your pelvic wall. Good, breath goes away. One more. Wonderful. And we'll keep the foot on the right planted. Will you step that hind foot on the left? The hands can reach down towards the mat for your version of a warrior 3. Maybe you can hover at the hips. Hands can come to a namaste mudra. And you can play with the foot that's hovered above the ground. Sometimes the heel I like to press back. Sometimes it's the toes. If you want the most advanced variation, fingers reach forward here. Find a focus point. Press the earth away. Find your strength by affirming, I am strong. I am strong. I am rooted. Beautiful. Exhale the body, hands come down. So we'll step that foot back, hovering it up more for that extended three-legged dog, and we'll come forward for the one-legged chaturanga. You can also come down if you want the challenge. Exhale down, and then maybe it's an upward dog, maybe it's a cobra. Good. Sending the hips up and back, pedaling out through the knees, sinking to the knees, opening up the hips, coming all the way back into the hips. Arms extend long for an extended child's pose. Forehead can melt towards the earth. Just take a moment to just feel whatever you feel, to notice that heat, that alive energy, any shifts that you've experienced through this practice. Beautiful. Let that breath guide you. And send it away. And just take a moment here in this posture and just in the eye of your mind say, I am grateful. I am grateful. I am grateful. I'm grateful for this fresh start, this opportunity to take back my health, my power, my calm, my resilience. Beautiful. Exhale, float the body down towards the belly. Hand on the right reaches long. If you need to scooch over on your mat, you can reach that arm out long. You'll use the hand on the left to push, stack the hips over the hips, and you can just stay here. So you're getting this very lovely, pretty deep shoulder stretch. If you want to take it a little bit deeper, you can just bend the knee on the left, and you can stay here, or you can touch the toes back behind you. Sometimes it feels good to create a tent with the hands here. And then just let it settle in. Feel that really intense, deep stretch. If you need to back off a little bit, you can always come forward. Find what feels good for you. Good. Let that breath guide you. One more. Beautiful. Exhale the body forward, back. Both hips are on the earth. Now the left arm reaches long, and you want to push with your right hand. So hips stack over hips. You're getting that really nice stretch. If you want to take it a little bit deeper, bend the knee and the toes can tap behind you. Sometimes it's a lot, and if it is, it's okay to ease off and come forward. So find what you need. Let your breath be your guide. Good. Send it away. 2 more breaths of just slowing it down, noticing whatever you notice. Beautiful. Last one. We'll come back towards the belly, pushing yourself up into that tabletop and coming onto your bottom. Good. And from your bottom, your goal is to get onto your back. Sometimes it's a grand old timber. You could hug the knees in towards the chest for an Apanasana, a double wind reliever, where you can just take slow, mindful circles. You can go side to side. Maybe it's a horizontal, a vertical rock, whatever is in your practice. Beautiful. Plant the heels down on the earth. The hands will flatten. And you want to walk your heels towards your middle finger, so you could just brush the middle finger with the heels. Start rooting through the shoulders. Drive the hips up towards the sky. And you can walk the feet in a little bit closer. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze as you drive up. Chin tucks towards the chest for a bridge pose. Let the breath be your guide here. Good. Send it away. And we'll slowly just march the knee at a 90-degree angle on each side. So just slow and steady, where we're strengthening the bottom, strengthening through the core. Slow and mindful. If it's too much, you can just lift the heels up. If you want this challenge, start marching, pressing, using the strength of the shoulders. Good. One more round on both sides. Drive the hips up towards the sky. Beautiful. Slowly heels come down. Woo-hoo-hoo. Let the belly settle, the bottom settle. Hands will reach towards the sky, out towards the T, excuse me, not towards the sky, on the ground. And then windshield wipe side to side to reset your low spine. To just notice all the feelings, all that goodness that you have created today. Beautiful. And we'll bring the knees back to center and we'll create a butterfly. The soles of the feet can kiss here. If your hips are really sensitive, you can grab blocks underneath of them. Hands will come into the belly for Supta Baddha Konasana. And we will be slowing down with a mini guided Yoga Nidra here. So just bringing your awareness to scalp, eyes, jaw, Noticing any tension or tightness in your jaw. Clench your jaw with me, hold your breath, and then exhale. Now clench the jaw, clench the fist, squeeze through your pelvic wall, and then exhale. One more time, clench the jaw, clench the fist, hold, and then let it go. And then just notice the throat and how you can relax through the throat. Softening through shoulders, elbows, wrists to fingers. If your hips are getting uncomfortable here, you can bend the knees and knock them together, or you can extend them long for our mini Shavasana, our pose of surrender here. More in this yogic nidra fashion, this way of slowing down. And just notice the tension or tightness in the shoulders and the back, and how can you relax a little bit here? Awareness scans to elbows, forearms, wrists, fingers, and perhaps you want to make a fist curl, squeeze through your pelvic wall one last time and exhale. One more, squeeze, 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 hold it all in and let it go. Relaxing through your belly, through your bottom, letting go through the pelvic wall, through thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and toes. Allowing a full body wash and rinse that allows you to let go of what is no longer serving you, and to really give yourself this opportunity over the next 29 days to have a fresh start, to let go of any guilt or shame and just be here. Beautiful. You can take a full body reach and stretch the fingertips, point the toes, point. You can hug the knees in towards the chest, and you could meet me on the side in a fetal position. The arm underneath can be like a pillow, and just hug yourself in and receive these healing affirmations with me. I love you. I love you. I love you. I am grateful for you. I am grateful for you. I am grateful for you. I am starting fresh today. I am starting fresh today. I am starting fresh today. Hugging yourself in and then pressing yourself up into a seated position, and just meet me in a seat where you can wiggle side to side, bringing your hands towards your thighs and taking a nice deep cleansing breath in. Exhaling it out. Big breath welcomes in. And I want you to just notice any subtle changes in your body right now. And I want you to thank yourself for showing up for yourself today, and knowing that strength doesn't have to be hard and rest doesn't have to be earned. Bring your palms, kissing palms, to your heart center. The love and the light within me honors and acknowledges the love and the light within you. Namaste, my friends, Jasper and Luna. Hello. Say hello. We are so grateful for you. I hope that you really just be kind to yourself today, and I will see you back here tomorrow. Bye from all the puppers here.